Hi, it's Will here, and today we're taking a look at the top 10 trees in the world. Alright, let's go. Alright, coming in at number 10, we've got the Cold Shizzle song Flame Trees, written by Steve Prestwich and Don Walker, who did most of the songwriting for the band. Steve Prestwich actually wrote this song on bass first, and then Don heard it and said he wanted to put some words to it. He did that. Steve didn't really like them, but they put it out anyway, and it's now one of their biggest songs. It's about returning back to your hometown after success in the big city. Super emotional, super epic song. Alright, coming in at number 9, we've got One Tree Hill, absolute institution of a teen drama in the early 2000s, following Nathan Scott and the boys and their basketball journeys. Went for 9 series, so pretty epic. Alright, coming in at number 8, we've got the Tree of Teneri. I'm not sure if I'm pronounced that correctly. It was one of the most isolated trees in the world. It was actually in the Sahara Desert and was the only tree for 400 kilometers. It survived there because the roots would dig down about 35 meters to an underground water well. It was sadly knocked over by a drunk Libyan truck driver, fucking idiot, in the 70s, and it's now in the museum. Alright, coming in at number 7, we've got the White Tree of Minas Tirith. This was the symbol of Gondor. There were actually 4 of these trees during the ages. The first came from a fruit that Isildur stole from Numenor, which was an island kingdom of men off the coast there. Was later destroyed by Sauron. The second white tree was planted as a sapling of the first, and then was later destroyed in the Great Plague. Third tree was planted by King Tyrannodor. That lasted until the year 2852. No seedling was found or planted, so this was the one that you see there in the movies that's just dead in the courtyard. And then there was a 4th tree after Aragorn became king. Gandalf took him to the slopes of Mindulin, which was the mountain ranges near Minas Tirith. He then found a sapling of the white tree, planted it in the courtyard, and it lived on. Alright, coming in at number 6, we've got the wamping willow. Absolute psychopath of a tree, destroys anything that comes near it. Don't actually know anything about it, but yeah, it's absolute jerk in the Harry Potter series. Looks like it might make some good firewood though. Alright, coming in at number 5, we've got the hyperion tree, which is in California. It's the tallest known living tree at 115 meters. It's a coast redwood. Its exact location in California is kept a secret, so for its safety and protection. Could be around 600 to 800 years old. There's woodpecker damage at the top of it, so it actually might have been able to grow a little bit taller, which is insane to think. Alright, number 3, the palm tree, a few houses across from Dom Toretto's house in Fast and Furious. Unsure of the exact species, looks pretty cool. Does block the view of the city, but I mean, it's a cool tree to look at, so yeah. Alright, coming in at number 3, we've got the Methuselah tree, which is a 4,851-year-old Great Basin bristlecone pine, which is growing in the White Mountains of Inyo County in eastern California. It's the oldest non-clonal tree in the world that we know of. Non-clonal means it's not a genetic duplicate of a parent organism, but it is in fact the original organism. Again, same as the Hyperion tree, the exact location is kept secret for its own protection, which is fair enough. Estimated germination date of 2833 BC, which is insane to think that. There was an older one discovered by Tom Harlan, the guy who found this one. He says it was 5,000 years old. And it was still living in 2010, but unfortunately when he passed away, no one could find any of his notes or the location of it, so it's still out there somewhere. Absolutely insanely old tree. What I'd give to see that in person. Alright, coming in at number 2, we've got the tree next to Vermilion City Gym in Pokemon Red, Blue and Yellow. You needed HM1 to cut it down, which you got from the SSN. I think it's the first tree you cut down in the game. Really significant for an adventure game to be able to alter the map, which I think was really cool at the time. Absolutely significant in that game. The first time you can actually move and change things using the HMs. I think one of the best role-playing action-adventure sort of games of all time. All right, coming at number 1, we've got treebeard, also known as Fangorn, the oldest of the ants in Middle Earth, the oldest ant who ever lived, actually. He remembers when the elves taught the ants how to speak. That was when Middle Earth was just a giant forest. He used to roam the lands. Years passed, no new ants were born because the ant wives were all lost. The numbers fell and the ants became silent, down to around 50 during the War of the Ring. Then Merry and Pippin stumbled into them, into the ant area, onto Treebeard, and told them of what Saruman was doing to the forest, burning it down and everything. So this kicked Treebeard up into a frenzy, and he just flooded and completely fucked up Isengard, which was pretty sick. Following the War of the Ring and the events of the movie, Aragorn promised Treebeard that he could actually go and have more land and become great species again. But he sort of, Ents and Treebeard all sort of got a bit tired of it all, looking for new ant wives. And it's, they just sort of dwindled in numbers, and it's believed that they just sort of lay in one place, their roots went out, and they sort of just began to sort of lose conscious thought and just become a tree, which is pretty sad. But I like to think they found ant wives and the species lived on. All right, that's it for top 10 trees. Let me know in the comments if you think I missed anything. But yeah, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.